Hey there, welcome to the show. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode, we are covering day 3 of the 7-day challenge. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. If you're a member of the consulting crew, welcome back. Today, we're going to cover a little bit of the type of content I'm going to do and why. So let's get to it. Hey, as I said, welcome to the show. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to cover day 3 of the 7-day challenge hosted by the Impartial Geek, who is also the founder of the Creators Guild. If you're interested in doing the challenge, want to join the community, feel free to check out the links below in the description, and don't forget to check out the Impartial Geek channel as well. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? Thanks for joining me, brother. Greatly appreciated. And yes, you are. You are the first one here today. And for those of you who may not know, yes, that is kind of a thing within our community. We love to pick on each other about who shows up first. And we also fight over who's last as well. So, don't be surprised if you actually say something to where people are bickering back and forth over who was here first and who was the last one to leave streams as well. Hey, Sai, what's going on? Oh, nope, it's Say. Say, oh my god. See, we have so many people in the guild. I am trying to keep up on all the different names that are similar. So thank you for being here. So today is day 3. Actually feels like I've been doing this a hell of a lot longer than 3 days already because of doing the Lita challenge and then I just live stream every week. Anyway, but that brings us into today's topic of what type of content am I going to do and why. As you can gather already, I have been a creator for quite some time, so I do recorded content as well as live streams. But what most people may not know is I am actually going to be launching a podcast in the future. I've been kind of hesitant on doing that so I could get my content ready. I've got multiple recordings of my videos that I'm going to use sections of as podcast topics, as well as some sections of my live streams that I can repurpose for a podcast. And then, as well, I'm going to create dedicated podcasts that I will be recording in the near future as well. And I also have a blog, and I am literally on just about every social media type there is out there outside of Clubhouse currently. I've got my own website with a blog. I've got my social media on Facebook because I have multiple niches, therefore, I have multiple business pages. I have Instagram, I have Twitch, Pinterest. I am everywhere except for MeWe and Parler. I could probably go back to MySpace, but I hear it's nothing like it used to be back in the day, so it's probably not going to happen. But either way, I am literally just about everywhere on the different platforms streaming, recording, and blogging, and podcasts to come soon. Now, why do I do all the different types of content? Well, my recorded videos is the easiest way for me to keep my teachings short and sweet and to the point rather than doing a webinar or live stream style setup to where I go through everything bit by bit in 100% detail and everything else. Pardon. I do live streams to one, be able to answer questions live in person That way, you, the audience, can ask me directly rather than just commenting or emailing or hitting me up on social media. I'd like to be able to have that ability to interact with you and engage with you personally, as well as see our community help each other out and grow our community. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Um, I do my live streams as well to one get more comfortable on camera. I've been doing video for so long that when I started this channel for Consult the Blind Guy, I honestly could tell you I didn't think I was going to get into doing live streaming. But after watching live streaming pros and listening to David, I got my shit together. Honestly, because after listening to him and then doing the Lita Challenge in August, I was able to have some mental breakthroughs and be able to become comfortable enough to sit here and talk to the camera. Even if, per se, you're not here watching me live, I've gotten so comfortable thanks to doing Lita that I have this new saying that I help with other creators when it comes to being on camera that are still nervous. And that is the simplest tip yet. If you're nervous about being on camera and interacting or not sure what to say or what to do or how to behave or worried about whoever's on the other end of the camera, whether they're with you live or on a recording, one tip for you: imagine whoever is on the other end of that lens is one of your best friends. If it's somebody that you're friends with, somebody you enjoy talking to, that is the number one way for you to be able to become comfortable with talking on camera. And I say this because that is how I have been able to continue live streaming since August without any issues. You have to sometimes just say fuck it and do it. Pardon the language, but as I have said in previous streams here in the community and within our Creators Guild, it's just like with Dr. Elo, embrace the fuck. Honestly, some things are gonna suck, and you can't let that hold you back. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I used to do that. That's why primarily my content used to be just recorded video. And if it wasn't me on camera, it was something to where I could at least give a picture or video style of storytelling to get my message across. This past year, I finally was able to break free of my own self perception and feeling like the perception of others was something I had to worry about. Don't worry about who's on the other end of the camera. That's always going to be something in the back of your head. I know, because it's still in the back of mine, but it's way in the hell back there now. It's so low on the scale that I really don't even bother paying attention to it anymore. You have to just think to yourself you're talking to a friend or somebody you enjoy talking to, and you could get through of it a lot easier than you might think. And another thing to go along with that is fuck what anybody else thinks. You're not here to impress everybody. We're here to reach out to a particular audience or type of people who are interested in your niche and in your topic. You have your own reasons for doing your content and you don't want to hold yourself back. And that's one reason I do so much on my content, because I am covering multiple different niches. In fact, today I created the new profile logo picture as well as the new banner header for my next YouTube channel, which will be getting launched this weekend. That will give me 5 channels on YouTube. And each of the channels is a different niche. And the only reason I have so many channels is because Nick Nimmin and D Nimmin told me to niche down. If I wouldn't have niched down, I wouldn't have had all these channels created over the past year. I have literally been on YouTube since day one of its launch on Valentine's Day in 2005. And ever since then, I have continued to grow my channel and my content and my skill with the various different software. And now, after 10 years of using a cell phone of various different quality video on cell phone, we're talking the new smartphones with 1080p. Only been doing with one of these for, let's say, about 5-6 years. Before using one of these, I was using a 2 to 3 megapixel flip phone from Motorola. I also have 2 480p camcorders. Now, if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does, because that there, a 480p HD camera, is like super low quality. A 2 to 3 megapixel flip phone camera is very low quality, but I did it, and that's all that matters. Don't worry about having expensive gear. You can work up to that over time. Incremental improvements is better than nothing at all. Hey, Grimskull, what's going on, brother? Let's see. You're fantastic live streaming. I love your setup, your production level, and how you talk in front of the camera. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. If it wouldn't have been for doing Lita back in August and listening to David, I probably wouldn't be as comfortable the way I am now. Because I literally, last year when I started this new channel, I was the "Hi, my name's Andrew, and welcome to Consult the Blind Guy." Low energy, monotone type of voice, and I was very, very unsure of myself being on camera, to the point to where I was actually going to read from my computer screen as if it were a teleprompter. And after doing Lita and opening up to 500 plus people in the challenge and sharing things about my life that I've never shared with my own family and friends, I got to that point to where I discovered more about myself and my accomplishments that I should be proud of and not care what anybody else thinks. Because that is honestly, I've noticed over the last year, is one of the biggest complications for a lot of us creators is our own self doubt and perceptions of what others are going to think of us. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know it's tough, but I've been there. I've literally been at the very lowest of low when it comes to video production and editing in the past year, working with what I have. Over the last 16 years, I have made over 1,000 videos. Before that, I actually made videos for a living working for the Marine Corps. Some of those Marine Corps recruiting videos that you see on TV on a daily basis, especially between 2000 and 2008, I helped make some of those. And to go from working on a $30,000 piece of equipment to a $400 computer laptop and shit cameras that are like the lowest quality of video and flip phones up to now a smartphone. It sucks. I know. Been there, done that. And you just have to push through. Don't worry about being perfect because perfect is the enemy of good. You want to have those little imperfections. You want to be able to improve yourself and your quality over time. Yes. Long live Dr. Elo. I'm honestly telling you, I cannot wait for October for Elo and I to go to Albany. And if you're interested, check out peopleofvideo.com. It is the only content creators conference on the East Coast. Elo and I will be there in person. We will be staff for the conference as well. We're volunteering. So if you're on the East Coast, you want to go to an awesome event, check out People of Video. You will not regret it. It's in Albany, New York. Hotel rooms open on October 7th. The conference is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. The event starts at about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning on the 8th, and it will end around 5-ish on Sunday. What's going on, cuz? Speak of the devil. I'm geeked, cuz I'm telling you, I am fucking geeked. It's going to be nice to finally get to see my cousin in person, and then not only get to see my cousin in person, we're going to go on a 5-hour trip north to Albany. And I'm like, what? You know, like Elo was saying, embrace the fuck, embrace the suck. Everybody's been there. We've all started at zero at one point in time. Yeah, I might have 5 channels, but I'm going to be starting at zero again. And it took me a long time to get over 1,000 subscribers on my oldest channel. Yet I had a video on the oldest channel go viral with over 50,000 views in one day. Out of those 50,000 views, I got maybe 50 subscribers. I still have thousands of people, millions of people viewing that channel, viewing that video. But I don't get the subscriber turnaround like everybody really wants. And that's one thing I try to tell my viewers all the time that I'm helping out within the blind and visually impaired community is don't focus on numbers. Ela will tell you the same thing. That's why he doesn't have his where it's visible anymore. The numbers aren't important. You doing your content, that is more important than how many people you have viewing your video at one time, viewing your live stream at one time, commenting, subscribing, click-through rate. None of that shit is important. Your content is important. We can tell you firsthand, it doesn't matter. That's how everybody starts. And Elo will tell you because he's one of my moderators for my live streaming challenge. We had people this past October that were absolutely afraid of being on camera. After doing that challenge for a matter of a few days, they had become comfortable enough to appear on camera. They've even become more comfortable since then to start their own content because we all had that same perception within ourselves that we're not good enough. Our gear sucks. Our audio sucks. Everything just sucks. But if you keep faith in yourself, confidence in yourself, you can most definitely succeed at being content creators. Doesn't matter whether it's recorded content, live streamed content, podcasting, hell, blogging, just doing Pinterest and doing minor things like that. You can, by all means, get one hell of a following, and it doesn't take much to do it. What? Really? Suck is not yeah, Suck is not doing shit. Exactly, Elo. Like I said, I quoted you a minute ago. Embrace the fuck. Because it's gonna fucking suck anyway. Just do it. Yeah, I know. That saying's been around forever thanks to Nike, but it is true. It is one of the most important sayings you are ever going to hear in the content creator community. Just fucking do it. Seriously. Because if you don't, you're going to constantly wonder. And the more you wonder and the more you beat yourself up, the more likely you are not to do your content and quit. And I don't think we have any quitters within the Creators Guild. And if you are by chance interested in doing the challenge or joining the community, I'm telling you, do it. Do the challenge, it will help. Join the community. You need help with your gear, you need help with strategy, you need help with monetizing, whatever it may be. Join the community. We have how many? Close to 500 community members within the Creators Guild now, and everybody at a different level, different equipment, different experiences. We can all be able to help each other out. And that's why I'm on so many different platforms. I know a lot of our influencers will tell you, no, focus on one, which is true. When you're first starting out, focus on one platform. Because if you could start getting into that one platform, start getting some content out, see how things work, start building your content up, get your community started, then you can branch out. But if you go out and you start a YouTube and you start a Twitch and you do a Facebook Live and you've got like 4 different places at one time, you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to kick yourself in your ass going, shit, I can't do this because I got too much to do. I've got this platform, that platform. I've got this to do, that to do. I've got my own life to take care of. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Elo will tell you, I've got 4 channels right now, launching my 5th this weekend. I have 10 Facebook pages. 10 Facebook pages, all on different stuff. I have 18 fucking groups. That's just my own groups. That's not groups that I assist with. That's just mine. Okay, so now you've got 10 groups, or 10 pages, 18 groups. That's 28 things I alone have to manage. Plus 5 channels. Now that's 23 things of my own. Just that quick. And I have Pinterest. I have Instagram. I have Twitch. I have Twitter. Now we're up to 27 different fucking things that I alone have to manage. plus my own website. There's 28. Plus, I'm an artist. So that even breaks down into even more because I do Native American art, I do music creation, I do a shit ton, a literal shit ton. And that's why I'm here in the guild with everybody else. I have multiple different experiences to be able to give some insight into and help you out. I have a different way of perceiving things and a different perspective on things. Everybody within our community, for the most part, is well sighted compared to me. So I have to look outside the box. I will actually. I was thinking about doing something like that on Monday. Well, providing that my GoXR will get here on fairly early enough time. Because if I can get that here and get it set up, I would love to be able to play it and give it just a little bit of an extra effect to one, not only do the noise cancellation for the noise gate, so I don't have extra background noise, but I want to give it that little bit of the echo effect just so they can have more of that professional feel in the sense of listening to one of our relatives out at like a lakefront or something like that. But I will most definitely, Elo, play the flute for our community. And um also, since you are here, Elo, I was notified today that I might actually be able to get some of your traditional tribal music on record. I'm going to contact the seller and see what I can negotiate on the price. But, if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me in the guild, here in the community, on my channel. If you're on Facebook, you can find me on there. It's not hard. Consult the Blind Guy, Raven's videos, and you can. Oh, I'm sure a few of you know me as Andrew from being in Lita as well. So if you need anything, feel free to hit me up there. Yeah, as soon as it came up on the notifications, the first person I thought of was you, Elo. Because it's like, hell yeah, I haven't been able to upload a record to the older channel in a little while, and then I seen that, and it's like, oh yeah, Elo's already listened to our tribal music on there, and you'd love that. Um, if any of you have questions now here in the live stream, go ahead and drop a question into the chat. I have no problems answering them while we're here as well. Elo, if you need help on your StreamYard live stream next week, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I'll be in the chat either way, but if you need anything, let me know. Let's see what else. Why am I doing my content? Or why am I picking these different types of content? YouTube for recorded video and live streams is because it's one of the best platforms, in my opinion, to be on. We have millions upon millions of people on here at any given point in time throughout the day. It is the second largest search engine in the world. First would be Google, which owns YouTube, and both of them get search results on Google. You can get search results and do keyword research on both platforms, Google browser and the YouTube browser. Facebook is a great way to build your community. Besides just having people that are subscribers and viewers here on YouTube, you have the ability to have your pages that helps keep your community connected to you. You can have your community groups on there and be able to have a paid or a free membership. There's just so many ways that the different platforms offer different capabilities. And as I said before, try not to jump into too many at one time just so you don't overwhelm yourself. But the more you do your content, the more you feel comfortable with progressing further, you can always branch out to the other platforms and continue growing your audience there as well. Why do I say this? A lot of creators will tell you not to branch out to the different platforms. Keep it minimal and just be on one or two. I say as you progress, as you get experience, branch out to other platforms. Why? Because not every one of the people that you want in your audience is on that platform. I've got plenty of people that are on Instagram and refuse to use Facebook. I've got a few people that are on Twitch and watch between YouTube and Twitch. I've got people that are on Twitter and don't use Facebook, don't use Instagram. There's multiple platforms for you to be able to utilize to reach as many people as you possibly can. If you want to, cuz I'm down to do a collaboration. But if you just need me to help out with something particular, I have no problem with that either. Because for those of you who don't know, this stream right now is on StreamYard. I am a partner with the company thanks to doing their tutorials for them last year. Hey Kim, how you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Sorry, I didn't give everybody much of a warning today with the notifications. I had streams that I was watching, trying to get work done for my new channel launch. Got background noise from family and everything else. And it's like, yeah, no, I'll wait until just after dinner. But I am going to try and schedule everything out tonight for tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just so everything gets done fairly quickly and I have to hold myself accountable to be here at a specific time rather than just going, hey, let's go live now. All right, cuz, sounds good. You have a good evening and spend time with the fam. And I will definitely holler at you later on tomorrow or Sunday or whenever. Hit me up. You know me, I'm always around. Um, when it comes to blogging, especially on like my website, that is to not only help my community members and those that are visually impaired, but it gives the vast majority of the community a possible area to find information that they need for orientation and mobility, which is what we use as blind and visually impaired to be able to be independent and travel and do things on our own. I have information about monetizing your content, ways to make money from home and online. I've got general information on there about making content. I've got information on eye diseases and different organizations and services and apps and everything else that can help the blind and visually impaired community and those that are in the sighted community to have more information on the blind and visually impaired community. That way, if somebody needs services, they can find the information that they need rather than just going to Google and finding everything on there and having to scroll through pages upon pages upon pages of shit sometimes. You can just go to my site, go to the resources, and everything's right there in one spot. My podcast that I hope to do in the near future, like I said a moment ago, is going to be part of my older content from over the past year, where I'm going to repurpose some of the clips and some of the live streams. But then there's also going to be the interview portion where I would have guild members on, like everybody within the guild community. If you want to be on one of the episodes for even one of my live stream series that I do here already of Why Do You Do What You Do Wednesdays, it's where I open up my community, my live streams to community members, whether you're disabled or not, to be able to share what your content is and why you do your content to help you broaden your branch of audience. That way, it's promoting you and what you're doing to help you reach out to more people. I think doing the interview series on a podcast would be awesome because it would not only be here on YouTube, but I could do more specific things on there as well to break up the standard podcast idea of being here on YouTube and doing a video with the same interview. I could make it more interesting just for the podcast. We could have more broad conversations. There's a number of things that I can continue to do with my content, but it's slow, incremental changes and improvements over time. I'm trying to get more and more going before I add something else into it. All right, we're approaching the 45-minute mark. So if anybody has any questions on anything I've talked about so far, feel free to drop a question into the live chat. If you're watching this on the replay, by all means, feel free to drop a comment down there. Ask any questions you have. I have no problem answering them. If you have any general questions not even related to today's live stream, you just want to get some quick information, by all means, ask that as well. I have no problem with that either. My ultimate goal, though, between all the different platforms, all my different types of content, is to be able to get myself off of disability. I absolutely hate being on disability. I receive SSI and SSDI, and they both have their own stipulations and restrictions and requirements, and I absolutely hate it because one has one set of stipulations that you have to abide by, and the other one has stricter stipulations that you have to abide by. So, for instance, if you're on SSDI, Social Security Disability Income, as somebody who is blind and visually impaired, you can have a monthly income of $2,109. However, if you're on SSI, you can only have $2,000. Yeah, the amount isn't far off, but the way that you get your income up to that $2,000 is actually different between the two different types of disability. One of them, you can actually go and work for yourself as a freelancer, a 1099 worker, and you can make a few bucks. They will actually help you get a part-time job and they won't punish you for it. However, on the other one, SSI, if you do any kind of part-time work, whether it's under $2,000 a month or not, whatever money you make from working, they are going to take from your monthly benefits. Therefore, yeah, they'll tell you you can have a $2,000 income, but you'll never get to that $2,000 income because every literal cent that you make working, whether you're a freelancer or work for a company, if you make $10 in that month, even though you're under the $2,000 monthly limit, they will take that $10 from your Social Security benefits. How are you supposed to be able to get ahead? How are you supposed to be able to become independent? You can't. They don't want you to. They want you stuck on their shit underneath their restrictions to where they can control you. I don't like that. I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps and I was under their control long enough. I don't want to be underneath their strict restrictions no more. So ultimately, my goal is to free myself of government income, grow my audience, grow my community, and be able to make a sustainable living. That's all I want. I don't want to get rich. I don't want to be one of these millionaires out there charging a literal arm and a leg, screwing over other creators. And I'm not trying to be an asshole about some of our other influencers out there, but there are some of them that literally do piss me off because that's how I look at them. I mentioned one of them the other day in one of my live streams, and Daryl Eves is a smart man, but 5K for one of his courses for 2 months, not worth it. Not worth it in the slightest, in my opinion. I could teach you the same exact thing in the same amount of time and still not charge you $5,000. Hell, David, Impartial Geek, can teach you the same thing and not charge you $5,000. So it's entirely up to you on what you do and how you present yourself and how you make your content and how you monetize. But that it will be the one thing I do highly recommend is do not screw over your community members because that will be the one way that you will for sure lose a lot of followers. Because I've been talking to a lot of people lately, and that was one of their big influencers that they love listening to, and then when they heard about the $5,000 course, they said, screw that. But I don't want to take up any more of your time tonight for today's challenge. I'm not seeing any questions, so I want to thank you all for joining me. It is greatly appreciated. I hope that you're all having a good evening, staying warm and safe, and hopefully it's not raining where you are, because thankfully today it's finally not raining here. And I will see you back here again tomorrow for day 4 of the 7-day challenge. Until then, I will talk to you soon. Have a good one, and we'll see you later.